What's up, YouTube? It's NG, the NeonX, and I'm back. Today we're going to talk about the Tab S10 Ultra and the accessories that I use to give me the best experience. Let's get into it.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
Now, you guys know how I feel about keyboards and the Tab S10 Ultra. I made an entire video about the keyboard experience with Samsung's two keyboard offerings for their Ultra line of tablets. The slim case and the keyboard case. The slim case wasn't very much to my liking at all. You weren't able to articulate the tablet to the angle that you want, because, you know, depending on what you do, just having one angle to work with might not suit you. There was no trackpad on it, and the connection to it was very flimsy. If someone knocked it while you were working, there was a good chance the magnet attachment would come undone. But that's just my take on it. If that is your type of keyboard, I can see that the typing experience is actually very good on that keyboard. To me, it actually feels better than typing on the Samsung keyboard case. I love the clicky feel of the buttons. I love the depth of them. And if you're into the whole Samsung or Galaxy AI, it does come with a fancy, schmancy AI key that allows you to get directly into Gemini or Bixby or Google Assistant, whichever one you choose when you first activate the button. So it's not all bad when it comes to that. It's just not particularly for me. Next, we have the Samsung keyboard case. Now, the case that I have is for my Tab S8 Ultra. Why? Because the keyboard itself still connects to the Tab S10 Ultra and works, as far as I see, perfectly. Now, the issue with the entire case is the back panel of the case does not attach properly to the Galaxy S10 Ultra. The camera bump of the S10 is just too wide for the cutout on the back of the keyboard case for the Tab S8. Now, there is an S10 Ultra keyboard case. It comes in two colors, white and black. It does have the very fancy AI key, and the backplate fits perfectly. But the cost is, to me, astronomical for what it is. $350 for a keyboard case that, yes, does have all of the features that I like, the articulation of the screen to whatever angle you choose, the detachable keyboards. You can use the device in a display state, the keyboard being able to fold to the back, and most importantly, a trackpad. But the fact that the slim case is only $200, I personally don't feel the keyboard case, with the features that I do like, is worth the extra $150. I actually don't think that these things are worth $200-300 to begin with. It's a slim keyboard. You can find these things on Amazon and on eBay from third parties for a lot less if it is something you are looking into. But at least with the Samsung ones, as far as going on the device and having a very slim, a very slick look, they work. They look great on this device. Again, the keyboard case does not protect the edges of the device, at least not all of them. The back is fully protected, your screen is fully protected, and when the keyboard itself is attached, the bottom where the pins are is also protected. Now, if you are like me and you happen to have the Tab S8 Ultra keyboard, and you want to use it with your Tab S10 Ultra, you already know that, like I said, the back does not fit the device completely. But there's a third-party backplate that I found that is more than a suitable replacement for the backplate you can no longer use from the official Samsung keyboard. Now here we have it, guys. This is the Spigen Thin Fit Pro. This backplate was designed for the Tab S8 Ultra and the Tab S9. But if you know about the S9 and the S10, they're almost identical. So yes, this will also fit your S10, or in my case S10 Ultra, if you decide to go with something like this. Let me show you why I think this product is ideal for use with the S8 keyboard that I have and the S10 Ultra. Now here is the case itself. On first inspection, it's kind of like a hard plastic. Oh, here's the connector. It goes on the bottom of the case for when you're not using the keyboard. This was what drew me to the case. Let's move this out of the way. The case itself is a nice little hard plastic. Seems more than durable enough. There is a kickstand. Just like with the official Samsung stand, it does come out and you can angle it at pretty much whatever angle you want. But I do feel, just by using it here, that the Samsung stand may be a bit more durable than this guy is. But at least you now have the option to do that. Now, going around the case, we have all of the holes for all of the places that we might need. Speakers, mic, speakers again, USB-C, and then of course the S Pen. Now let's put this thing in. Again, there's no particular way to do it that I saw. It just kind of snaps in there, and there it is, just like that. It's in. Everywhere we need to be covered is covered. You have your buttons up top, and they do trigger what they are supposed to. Let's do a quick test. Volume down, sleep. So everything works as it should. The thing, my pen is missing because it's not there right now. All of these speakers are there. USB-C. It's all there. Now, like I said before, the entire reason to get this case was so that you could attach this keyboard case. And there
are a few possibilities.
It is. Now, like I said before, the back for the Tab S8 keyboard doesn't fully work or attach to the back of the Tab S10, but with this, you have the same type of combination that I used to have with my Tab S8 Ultra, with the addition of, now it has this nice little lock up here to keep the keyboard from flopping around, which was an issue with the Tab S8 when I had it. It didn't really stay closed. This one ensures that with this nice little easy feature right here. So something so simple can do so much. Now when I'm ready, I can just pull down the kickstand, unlock the keyboard, and fold it down. And we are good to go. Mouse is working just fine. I can go into whatever I choose to go into. And boom, it works as it should. Now the right angle, adjust your angle and go. So a pretty easy fix for an issue that I had. Just get a backplate for the Tab S10, and I'm right back to how I used to use my Tab S8, maybe even a little bit better now that the case does have a kickstand, and it does protect more than just the front and back. Now, if you want to go into your display mode, just pop off the keyboard. You get this little this little piece here. It actually slides right in, which I think is so convenient. So with that piece attached, you can see that the entire device is now fully protected along each side. So the case looks good. It does its job well. You can now use the display without fear of any debris getting into any of the sides. And yeah, it is a great substitute for the backplate that you can no longer use if you still have the S8 Ultra backplate. A really good case to have on your S10.
If we have time.
Now, if you don't care for a keyboard case, but you just want something to protect your expensive investment, may I introduce to you the Poetic turtle case for your S10 Ultra. Now, looking at the case, holding the case, it is extremely flexible, but feels extremely durable. This is some thick material. It's like a heavy plastic, or not even plastic, thick rubber. Now, looking at the case itself, there isn't much there to look at. It's really just a big rubber case, almost like a thin tire. I do see where the S Pen would go right here. Also, as you look here, you see where the camera would go. So whether it's the slim one from the Tab S8 or the thicker one from the S9 and the S10, it should fit just perfectly. All right. I don't think there's a particular way to put it in. There wasn't any paperwork with this thing. We're just going to try to slide the tablet into the case and see if it fits as advertised. So far, so good. Roll this down a bit, all right. Let's get this part in. And here you have it, guys. Snug as a bug in its armored case. Now the S Pen is supposed to go right at the back. I have no doubt it will fit as it should. Pops right in there. The arms do clip it in, and it can charge, and your cameras fit without issue, your flash. And I know I was saying I'm not sure what this hole up top is for, but that's the mic. So everything is as it should be. Using the case, it feels really good. It doesn't add much weight to the overall device. You know, you might feel a little increase, but it won't cause you any aches with a prolonged use. It's not that heavy. The cutouts on the front of the case redirect the sound to the front of the device, pretty much giving you front-facing speakers, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, it looks, feels, and sounds much better than I thought it would. A definite keeper. Now, one more reason why one might want to get this case is that it is perfect for when you don't particularly trust the holster that the case or that your tablet might be in. If you vlog or you use your tablet as some type of monitor and you have it held by something, a lot of times the keyboard cases don't offer the same kind of protection that a regular rubber case will. Now the other stand I have to show you guys is also a big boy, just like the Tab S10 Ultra. This is the Lamicall floor stand for larger screen tablets. Now, I've had this for a while now, but I've never showcased it before in any of my videos, so it has gone more than its fair share of use. Now, like I said, if you make vids and you need or you want to use a large screen tablet as your main device for video or monitoring, something like this comes in extremely handy. It's very heavy duty. It's not light. It's actually, the weight at the bottom keeps this thing in place. It's very flexible. You can actually adjust it to the curvature that you want, and the holster itself is actually pretty good. It can expand to hold fairly large tablets. It holds the tab, or it held my Tab S10 Ultra just fine. You grab these two strings here, you pull, and you slide your tablet in. This here adjusts how tight you want the arm to be. Some people might want the flexibility that this holster has. So you set it to what you want, or maybe even change it, because that also unlocks the arm from the device in case this gets damaged or something along those lines. So as you can see, with the large screen of the Tab S10 Ultra and this stand that I have here, it's perfect to express yourself through video. You can vlog, you don't have to worry about the tablet's height, you don't need to worry might it fall over, where you're going to be. The stand does the job pretty much perfectly. So I do recommend a case like this or something very similar to it, just in case the worst should happen. You know, you can do your project without any worry that something may happen to your tablet once you are done your recording and everything else. Now, the Tab S10 Ultra is a big boy. It's a large tablet with a large screen, and it's not always easy to find a stand or a holster for it. If you're one who may use your device as a POS device, or perhaps use it as a camera and may need it at height, there are certain holders and stands out there that work with it very well. One such stand is the Lisen desktop tablet holder. The holder feels good in the hand. It's not too heavy. It's made of some quality material, a metal, I think. There's an Allen key here so that you can adjust the rigidness of the unfolding mechanism. It's on both sides. But once you are comfortable with how it unfolds, you just unfold the device as you see here. There's little legs that come out from the bottom of it, and these are what you plant your tablet on. Now note they aren't too long, so if you have a overly thick case, it might not fit on this tablet, but most cases should. But the stand itself is actually pretty good, and when you're done with everything, you just fold it right back down. Again, how hard or easy that is totally dependent on you and how rigid you want the folding to be.
Ja, het was verder weer of zo in doe het nog ja dus je is loopt om nee hoe nou zit dat fit in am je al nog niet maar ze valt mooi is wat nou ze ja net hier op zich zo wel missen ja ja het zou nog niet wie eigenlijk niet schierig wie zegt het maar ja zo ja misschien wel ja, nee, nou, slag, net, maar ik zit niet net vast net ja, net.
You might be one of those that doesn't even want a slim keyboard case. Maybe you need the more rugged case because the work you do requires you to be outside more often than not. And when you're done that work, you may just require a quick indoor workstation to review your footage or field notes. A stand like this with a few other accessories like a keyboard and mouse could make that a quick reality. Now, one of the last accessories I want to talk about when it comes to the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra is a Spen Pro. Now, I've had the Spen Pro since the Tab S8 Ultra. It was something I really did want to use at the time because it was, in essence, the ultimate S Pen. The unique trait about this device is it has the ability to go, if you can see the little tab there, from S Pen to Z Fold. So no longer do you need to say, oh, I need to carry an extra S Pen for my Z Fold 3, or I assume Z Fold 3 and up, and also carry one for my Tab S anything that uses an S Pen. You would get this and it would do both jobs. Now, yes, there's no way to actually put the pen. It does come with a handy little case here, so you can put this in the case, throw it in your pocket for extra protection. It doesn't charge the pen or anything like that. But with some cases, especially for the Tab S10 Ultra that I have now, there are slots that are wide enough to hold this at the back of it. This one is more along the lines of a traditional pen or pencil, albeit a bit thicker than most. It does allow for a much more comfortable writing experience with whatever device you use it on, and it's surprisingly light. It is Bluetooth connected, so all of the Bluetooth features you would get with your S Pen, you do have with this. The switch to go from device to device is very self-explanatory. One way for one, the other for the other. And if you do try and write on your Z Fold device when it's on S Pen, the screen will tell you to switch the device over to the proper use, or you might damage your screen. So that was nice at the time. And the same goes for a non-foldable device. If you try to use the pen or the Z Fold side of the pen on, in this case, my Tab S10, it will let you know you need to toggle the pen to S Pen mode as opposed to Z Fold mode so you can use it. This does not charge by placing it on the Tab S8 or whatever it is. It does regular USB-C to charge it, but one charge will last you a very long time. And it comes in, like I said, extremely handy. So if you do have multiple devices that require an S Pen, you might want to look into something like this. Well, that there is just a quick look on some of the accessories I have for my Tab S10 Ultra. Each one has their own purpose, and I truly do use all of them when the need and the time arrives. If you have an interest in anything like that, I do hope that my little video has given you some insight into some options for your tablet to make the experience that much better for you. So with that said, my name is NG, the Neon X, and making the Tab S10 Ultra my own. This is what I'm into.